years go on and every day more people join the furry fandom, it's no surprise that new events pop up in different countries for furries to socialize, make friends, sell art, and fursuit snugs. That's all anyone wants, right?
Have you ever guys had the thought that every single dog is either a bitch or a son of a bitch?
Most furry events are in the US, with over 50 different furry-related conventions, gatherings, and meets, with more in Europe. So that begs the question, when is Ireland finally going to have a convention? This may not be on everyone's mind, but it's on pretty much every Irish fur's mind, and every other country that doesn't have a furry convention. There are meets that are held by our wonderful Irish Furries group, but no conventions where we can buy furry merch, meet people, and sell artwork. The closest thing we got for us furries is Comic-Con, Urticon, which has sadly closed down, and J-Con. I've been to 2 Comic-Cons, 1 Urticon and 1 J-Con, and with each convention there was always a vendor selling tails and ears, and hell, even some furry art, which I bought some prints at J-Con because I was still keeping my furry side on the down low. Although these conventions are usually comic and anime based, you'd be surprised to find a decent amount of furries, even ones in suit and some out of suit, or others being somewhat subtle by wearing tails and ears. And with the new animes like BNA and of course Beastars, many anime fans will possibly be crossing over to the furry fandom and seeing what we have to offer. But they'll only come to find that there is no furry convention. Before a convention to be possible, we need many different components, including money, attendees, volunteers, vendors, venues, and numerous other aspects to consider. It takes a lot to start a convention, but all that aside, how much demand is there for an Irish furry convention? Well, a lot. But this is only going by my poll on Twitter, but the majority of you guys wanted me to discuss this topic. So with this demand, how many people are actually willing to go, and how popular is the fandom here in the land of the Irish? According to a poll also ran by me, most furries in school were not the only furries attending their school, which I find mind-boggling because Midnight and I are so lonely in our schools. Maybe there is just a lack of Eastern furries, and then yet again, with Dublin being the capital of Ireland and being in the East, there should be a ton of Dublin furries, and yeah, I'm getting sidetracked, but Midnight and I are probably just unlucky, I don't know. With this, of course, furry is getting quite popular with the younger generation, but the average age of a furry is actually 19, which of course is college, apprentices, and whatever else you're doing with your young adult life. So, who actually knows how many other furries are out there? Bring it back with what I said before, we do have Furry Meets run by our amazing Irish Furs group. From what I've seen from their Furry Meets, they're pretty successful, and hell, even have a New Year's meetup called Furry Not New New Year's in the Lansdowne Hotel, which from what I've seen is their most popular event, with a pretty good attendance to boot, and even people from England have traveled for this. If people are traveling from England for a meet, imagine for a convention. Not to mention our Northern Irish furries too. There's so many of you guys in the north, and I wish there was more here in the Republic. I know some of you still may be thinking, I'm stretching this too far, and that furry is still small in Ireland. Well, just a few years ago in 2016, Ireland AM, generally our equivalent of Good Morning America or This Morning, done a segment of us furries during their show. For many people, dressing in a costume is a way of expressing themselves in a different light, but for the furry fandom, it is a way of engaging with the art that they love. Furry fandom is a creative community of costume builders, artists, story writers, and songwriters with individuals from all walks of life. Unfortunately, I can't show any of the footage of the interview because I can't find it anywhere. The link is gone from their articles, so that's unfortunate. But regardless, we still got noticed by Ireland AM, and that's huge. That goes to show that we are being recognized, and hell, even from that small article, they seem to be getting us right. But if you guys do find the full interview, please let me know. I'd actually really like to see it. So, now do you get my drift? The Irish furry community is alive and thriving, even if it may not seem like it. But the question still lies, is there a convention in the works? Who knows, especially with COVID-19, but I've seen Irish furries tease us in the past few months. And hell, even Fudgy Shepherd responded with this on my Twitter poll, so we could be getting one very soon, maybe in a couple of years or so. It's all a matter of time, and if it happens, especially with how Ireland AM treated us, could you imagine if we let RTE or Virgin Media do a segment on us? As always, of course, we do have to be careful with how the media portrays us and who they interview, but if Ireland AM has seemed to do a good job, then I'd say RTE and Virgin Media could too. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little speculation video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye!